Hi everyone and welcome to Smart Culture Education. This is the place where we make learning simple, clear and engaging. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you can join us on this journey of mastering maths, science and more.
Okay, let's have a look at the first exam question. The diagram shows a field ABC. Calculate BC. Now, the angle between the known sides is given. So we can use the cosine rule to find the third side because this is what they are looking for. They are looking for this third side over here. This is BC. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the cosine rule. All right, just going to copy it. So here we have the cosine rule. A squared is equal to b squared plus c squared minus 2 times b times c times the cosine of a. So I'm just going to label this A. This will be side C and this will be side B. Remember, we label the sides. So this is side C because it is opposite angle C. And this is side A because it is opposite angle A. And this is side B because it is opposite angle B. So it's very important that you know how to go about labeling the triangles. Okay, so now we are just going to fill in the missing values. We are just going to substitute. So we don't know the value of A. We want to solve for A. We know the value of B. B is 55. So instead of writing B, I'm going to write 55. And as you can see in the formula, we have to square it. Do I know the value of C? Yes, I know the value of C. It is given. It is 82. And as you can see in the formula, we have to square it. So I'm going to square that. Now, B is 55. C is 82. What is angle A? Do we know the value of angle A? Angle A is 76. So now we multiply this by the cosine of 76 degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch this into my calculator. 55 squared plus 82 squared minus 2 times 55 times 82 multiplied by the cosine of 76 gives me 7,566.8645, and the value goes on. But one thing that I want you to take note of is we don't want to know the value for a squared. We want to know the value for a. So we want to get rid of this exponent. So I'm going to add a square root. The square root and the square will cancel out. So I'm just left with a. Whatever I do on the one side, I have to do on the other side as well. So I'm adding a square root to this side as well. And if you take the square roots of this value, you will get an answer of 86.9877, and the value goes on. If you round it, it will be 87 meters. Calculate angle ACB. Okay, so this is question B. So remember, we know that A is 87 meters. So this value over here is 87 meters. Just going to fill it in. And we know that this is side A, this is side C, and this is side B. Now we have to calculate angle ACB. So it's this angle over here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the sine rule. And since I want to calculate a missing angle, I'm going to use this version of the sine rule. Sine of A over lowercase a equals sine of B over lowercase b equals sine of C over lowercase c. Okay, so you only need two fractions. So let's see. We have side A and we have angle A, so we can use that. Sine A over side A is equal to sine of C over side C. We have side C. Now sine of A, that's going to be sine of 76 degrees. And side A is 87. Sine of C, we don't know. That is what we want to calculate. So we are going to leave it as is. Side C is 82. How do we know that? It's given. You can see it over here. 82. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this 82 over to the other side. So on the right hand side, I divide it. If I take it over the equal sign, I have to do the inverse, which means I will multiply on the other side. So it's going to be 82 multiplied by sine of 76 degrees divided by 87. Now, another thing that I want you to take note of is we don't want to know the value of the sine of C. We just want to know the value of angle C. So that means we need to get C alone. We need to get rid of the sine. So that means we are going to do the inverse. So it's going to be sine to the -1, and this is where you use the shift function on your calculator. So it's going to be sine to the -1 multiplied by 82 multiplied by the sine of 76 divided by 87. And if you punch this into your calculator, you will get the value of C. That gives me 66,1. So that means angle C is equal to 66,1 degrees. That's your final answer. Let's have a look at C. A gate G lies on AB at the shortest distance from C. Calculate AG. We have to calculate AG. Okay, so what we can do is we can say that AG is equal to 55 multiplied by the cosine of 76 degrees. And if you punch this into your calculator, you will get a value of 13.3 meters. So that is the shortest distance to C, and we are going to assume that we have a right angle here. Okay, and what we had to work out is we had to work out the distance between A and G, the length of the side A and G. So basically we have a triangle that looks like this. I'm just going to redraw it. There is our little triangle. So the hypotenuse in this case is 55, and this angle over here is 76 degrees. Do we have any other information? Let's have a look. No, we don't have any other information. So what we want to find is we want to find the length of this side. Okay, so if this is theta, then this will be the opposite. This will be the hypotenuse, and this will be the adjacent. Now remember, SOHCAHTOA. I'm going to write it down. SOHCAHTOA. So in this case, we have the hypotenuse and we are looking for the adjacent side. So we are going to use the cosine ratio. So the cosine ratio can be written as cosine of theta is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. Now in our case, theta is equal to 76 degrees. So we can write down cosine of 76 degrees is equal to the adjacent. We don't know what the adjacent is, so I'm just going to write down A over the hypotenuse, which in this case is 55. Now we want to solve for A, so we are taking this 55 over to the other side. On the right-hand side, we divide it, which means if we take it to the left-hand side, we have to multiply. So it becomes 55 multiplied by the cosine of 76 degrees. Okay, and that's exactly what we have here. 55 is equal to the cosine of 76 degrees. So I just wanted to explain to you how we got to the answer of 13.3 meters. Moving on to part D. A different triangular field, PQR, has the same area as ABC. PQ is equal to 90 meters and QR is equal to 60 meters. Work out the two possible values of angle PQR. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to draw this triangle that they are referring to, and the triangle is PQR, and they tell us that PQ is 90 meters, and they also tell us that QR is 60 meters. And now they ask us to work out two possible values of angle PQR. So it's this angle that they are looking for. Okay, so we have the two sides and we are looking for two possible values of this angle right here. So what I want to suggest is that we go and work out the area of angle ABC, because we know that these two triangles or fields, they have the same area. So if we work out the area of ABC, it means that we have the area of this field PQR. So I'm going to do that over here. Remember the area rule, 1/2 times A times B times the sine of C. So in this case, it will be, if we focus on ABC, it will be 1/2. What is side A? Side A is 87. What is side B? Side B is 55. Okay, and we have to multiply this by the sine of C, and angle C is 66.1. All right, so if you punch this into your calculator, you will get an answer of 2,187.35. So we are comparing the areas of two triangles, and we used the area rule. So we have to work out two possible values of angle PQR. So if the area is 2,187.35, what can be two possible values for PQR? Okay, so if we look at the area rule, a half times AB times the sine of C, if we rewrite this area rule in terms of triangle PQR, it will look like this. It will be a half times, this is P, this is Q, this is R, so it's going to be a half times P times R times the sine of Q. So what we want to do is we want to work out two possible values for the sine of Q. So we know that the area is equal to 2,187.35. Now let's fill in the value of P. The value of P is equal to 60. Let's fill in the value of R. The value of R is 90. We don't know the sine of Q. That's what we want to work out. Okay, so what I want to do first is I want to get rid of this half. So I'm taking it over to the other side. If I divide it by 2 on the right-hand side, it means I will multiply by 2 on the left-hand side. If I take it over the equal sign, I have to do the inverse. So let's multiply this value by 2. If we multiply it by 2, then it becomes 4,374,705. And on this side, we have 60 times 90. Let's quickly multiply that. 60 times 90 is equal to 5,400 multiplied by the sine of Q. Now I want to get Q alone, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide by 5,400. The 5,400 above the line and below the line will cancel out. Whatever I do on the one side, I have to do on the other side as well, so I have to divide this side by 5,400 as well. So on the right-hand side, I am left with the sine of Q. What is 4,374.705 divided by 5,400? That is equal to 0.81013055, and the value goes on. Now, I don't want to know the value of the sine of Q. I want to know the value of Q only. Okay, so now I have to take the inverse. So it will be sine to the negative 1. This is where you use the shift function on your calculator, multiplied by 0.81013055. That will be the value of Q. So if you punch this into your calculator, if you take the inverse of this sine of 0.81013055, you get an answer of 54.1 degrees. Now, they ask for two possible values of this angle. The other possible value will, of course, be 180 degrees minus this value of 54.1, and that gives us 125.9 degrees. So here are your two possible values for the angle PQR.
Thank you for watching today's video on Smart Culture Education. If you found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to stay updated, tap the notification bell so you never miss our next lesson. See you in the next video.